is Cameron Kennerly. Cameron is speaking from the Competent Communicator Manual, Project 2, Organize Your Speech. It will be 5 to 7 minutes. And the title is, Are We Alone? He plans to discuss life in the universe. Are We Alone? Cameron Kennerly.
Hello, 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 hello. Are we alone? Raise your hand if you've ever felt alone. Everybody in this room. Loneliness is synonymous with the human experience. And unfortunately, we may be more alone than we think. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to talk to you guys today about the existence of life within the universe and whether or not humanity is all there is. So let's talk about the universe for a second. Let's put some perspective on it. The universe is 90 billion light years long. And light year is not a measure of time, it is a measure of distance. And I can tell you right now, that's very big. Now, the universe contains over 100 billion galaxies. Now, within those galaxies, there are 100 to 1 trillion billion stars. It's a lot of stars. Now, I gotta be honest, and this is kind of unfortunate, but we are never going to see 99.9999999% of the universe, and here's why. It is rapidly expanding. It is expanding faster than if we created the fastest ship ever. It is expanding too fast where we cannot exceed that speed and we cannot match it. So fortunately, we are only able to actually see a very small part of that called the local group. Now the local group is our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, for those that don't know. The Andromeda galaxy and a couple other small little galaxies, and that's plenty of space. I'm going to tell you why. The Milky Way galaxy has over 400 billion stars. To put that in perspective, that is 10,000 stars for every grain of sand on Earth. Yep. That is every grain of sand that's in your car right now. That is every grain of sand that's in your shoe right now. That's 10,000 stars for every single one of those. So, that's a lot of space. And what that means is that within that 400 billion stars, there are 20 billion stars that are like our sun. And that's awesome, because that means that there are a lot of, fortunately, Earth-like planets that are located in what are called habitable zones. That means that they're Goldilocks planets. These are planets that are not too far away from their sun, not too close to their sun. They have Earth-like conditions that enable life to exist. Now, out of, say, 0.1% of that, that's 1/10%. If a fifth of those stars had habitable planets close to them, that would mean that within our galaxy there are 1 million planets with life. So, what would a civilization look like? Well, I'll tell you, scientists theorize that there are 3 types of civilizations. There's type 1 type civilizations, which are civilizations that can control every single aspect of their planet's energy. So that's solar energy, wind energy, renewable energy, nuclear energy, every single aspect that a planet can offer, they can control, they can harness that. To put that in perspective, Earth is close to that, but we're about a couple hundred years away. A type 2 civilization is a civilization that can control not only its planet's energy, but its sun's energy. And the way that it does that is there's a theory that essentially a device called a Dyson sphere, which is more or less a whole bunch of solar panels on satellites that eclipse a sun and can harness the solar energy from it. Now a third type civilization, this is the ultimate civilization, can not only contain and harness the power of its planet, the power of its sun, but it can contain and harness the power of its galaxy. That means every planet in it, that means every star in it. And I gotta be honest, it's very fortunate that we have never encountered a Type 3 civilization, because it would be very bad for us. These people would seem godlike, and that's a very scary thought. I'm gonna tell you why. So out of these civilizations, the first question that comes up is, okay, well, where are all the aliens? And scientists theorize that the reason why we have never encountered aliens to this point is because throughout the universe, there are natural barriers to life. They're called filters. And these filters are essentially barriers that stop life from existing past a certain point, stop civilization from advancing past a certain point. So, for instance, a filter might be nuclear war. A filter might be climate change. Or a filter might be technology so advanced that, for instance, say there's a button, and this button, if we hit it, it's going to solve all of our problems. We hit that button, boom, Earth is gone. And it's theorized that life, if it has existed before us, might have met that same end, and that we might be next. So, another theory that comes to mind is that we actually might just be alone. We might be humanity, the first civilization ever, the only one, the unique. We're learning as we go. And what that means is that we've sent out messages, we haven't gotten anything back. We have never received anything, nobody's trying to talk to us, we might actually be alone. So I leave you guys with this. Given that life is difficult, not only to exist, but to thrive and to continue, it is our duty to not only hold on to the vulnerable aspect of life within our own planet, but to continue it and to spread it. And hopefully at some point, whether it takes thousands of years, tens of thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years, millions of years, to become a Type 3 civilization and advance humanity across the galaxy. Thank you.